Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog and welcome to a full vlog dedicated about Buddy. So I am gonna have a little ride on him today. I have been doing a couple of schooling sessions a week with him, a couple of pole work sessions. Apologies that I am like fully crouched down. I have brought the wrong tripod with me and this tripod only goes so far, and I still can't quite work out the zoom on this new camera, so this is the situation. But I thought I'd fill you in a little bit on what's been going on with Buddy, what he's been up to since he was at Brian's to be broken. So I think I posted a vlog back in July, and that was my first ride maybe on... Oh, what are you doing? That was my first ride on him, and I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I was a little bit, I don't know, it made me really worried, and I was like, I don't think he's going to be a horse for me. I didn't think I was going to get along with him at home on my own. I thought I was going to be a real like bag of nerves with him, and he was a bit sketchy the second time I rode him, if that's the right word. So I rode him the first time and he is a little bit like a ball of anxiety. But the second time I rode him, I barely got a trot out of him without being like, I don't think I can do this, I think I need to get off him. So I left him at Brian's for a few more weeks, and Brian did some more schooling with him, and then I did actually put him up for sale. But then the market was just rubbish, and Brian does have his own horses to sell and he couldn't sell them either. So I was like, do you know what, let's bring him home and I'll see how I get on with him. I didn't actually have any intentions of getting on him and riding him at home. And then the day came to bring him home, and this brave person came out of me, and I just literally tacked him up. He's probably gonna nibble my bum now. Tacked him up and got on with him, and I haven't had a problem with him since. So he did have a couple of weeks schooling at home with me, and then I turned him out. He was out with Frankie in the night, and they were just having a good winter break. As you all know that Chalky also had about 4 months off after Victon. Well, he went on his winter break, I want to say in September, which was really early, because I obviously wanted to prioritise Chalky's fitness to make sure that coming up to Victon he was as fit as he could be. So he went on a winter break at like September, and I brought him back into work in January. I have been schooling him a couple of times a week and doing a lot of groundwork with him, because I still think at this age, hi handsome, I still think at this age groundwork is so important. And he is 6 this year, well his passport says January, so he is currently now a 6-year-old. However, he has got the mental capacity and the brain of like a 3 or 4-year-old, because he's so low mileage and he really hasn't done a lot. But he is no longer for sale. He is staying for the foreseeable, and I'm just going to see how I get on with him. So like I said, I've been doing some flat work sessions with him, and I've been doing some pole work with him, canter poles, trot poles, and he is an absolute firecracker. Like, he's so different compared to Chalky, and I just think he's going to be fun. So now that I think I've got to grips with him and I'm really not a bag of nerves, she says, I am gonna just see where it takes us. I would like to potentially by the end of the year be taking him up to some little low level competitions, some dressage, and just seeing how he takes to all that. And it will be how he takes to all that which will be what my outcome of, you know, keeping him. Because I'm more than happy to have a horse that is stuck at one discipline, like whether we go out one day and it's dressage, we go out another day and it's cross country or hunter trials, and we go out another day and we go show jumping. Like, he doesn't have to be a one-day event horse. That really doesn't faze me. He's more than happy to stick with whatever suits him best, but I obviously want him to feel comfortable coming out with me, and I want him to, I don't want to be treading on eggshells every time I take a horse out. Like, I do quite a lot of things on my own, so it's just got to fit both of our lifestyles. It's got to fit both of us, and yeah, so we're just going to see what happens. We're going to have a fun year with him, get him out, see the world a little bit, and go from there. So I am going to go and get my tack. I'm going to tack him up put some poles out in the school, and then my friend is hopefully going to be here any minute to take over the camera so that you can see how he's going for me at the minute, because I don't think you've actually seen any footage of him unless you follow us on Instagram. Any footage of him since I rode him at Brian's, which he's come a long way. He's filling out a little bit and he just needs to start building some top line now. He is very hairy, but I'm also not prepared to clip him because you don't need to add any more fire in his belly. So yeah, I'm going to go and get my tack and get tacked up, and I will see you when I am on board. I'm like, no one can breathe. When a ride moves, it's like no one can breathe.
Yeah. That was better. That was nice. Pole on the floor and I'm thinking I might come off if you jump it too high. I think because I've been stopping and starting so much and I've just not got back going again.
He was such a good boy. As you will have seen, I decided today was the day to actually pop our first little fence, and he has jumped with Brian, but he has not jumped with me. I think I can actually count on both hands how many times I've rode this horse. Hi, hello. So I think I've literally rode him 10 times maybe. And when I say we're losing the light. When I say I am pleasantly surprised at how he's been, I've got such a soft spot for him. So I found it really difficult, obviously, transitioning from jumping Chalky, who is very chunky and a little bit like, nah, everything's hard work for him. And everyone thinks Chalky's the angel, but actually the last few weeks he's been a right Asbo, and he's just been a nightmare. Not a nightmare in the sense that he's naughty, in the sense that I always go, oh, I'd love him to have a little bit more character, a little bit more fire in his belly. Well, then I should have ate my words, because that's exactly what he's given me. But he's been a little bit of an Asbo, and he does it every year. January he's usually really bad. Well, we're still in Asbo mode. If you follow us on Instagram, you will have seen that I was leading Buddy and Chalky to the field, and Chalky was on the right, Buddy was on the left, and somehow Chalky decided to spook and ended up on the left of Buddy. So I was like, how is this happening? I managed to keep hold of Buddy, but Chalky was gone, completely gone. And the fields around our yard have just been ploughed. He was charging around the freshly ploughed farmers' fields, and all I could think about was his tendons. Anyway, he's fine. I could hear the shoes pinging left, right and centre. So he's had his shoes put back on today. Well, shoes, he lost one shoe, so he's had the shoe put back on. And you know when you just think, oh, you can't write this, you just can't make it up. So he's got his shoe back on, so I am actually just loading the trailer up because we're going for some fast work at the gallops. But I suppose I should get back to the one that we're talking about. I never ever thought I'd get to the point of really falling in love with him after the second time I rode him at Brian's, and I was like, he is not for me. I didn't think I'd ever, hi, what can you smell? Didn't think I'd ever get to the point where I had such a soft spot for him. So today I was like, do you know what, I need to pop a fence on him. We are potentially taking him to some of the farm rides on Saturday. my lovely friend Paige, who was at the Bicton vlog, her horse isn't in work at the minute, so I was like, well, maybe we could go together, have a fun morning, and she can take Chalky so Chalky can babysit Buddy and see how it goes. So I was like, well, I can't really take him over a solid fence on the farm ride if I haven't popped a show jumping fence. And I did find it really hard adjusting from how I would normally ride Chalky jumping to how high how I have to ride him. He's very keen, he's very wobbly, he's very green. He's very cute, but I take that back, he's not cute, you little. But he was very good. It took me a while to get to grips with him, and there was a few very dodgy strides, and coming into the crossbar I was like, I don't want to canter it, I just want to trot it. So I'm going to keep it very real, I'm going to keep it very raw, I'm not going to crop anything out. It's going to be every single fence that we jumped. Did we meet it on a perfect stride every time? No. Did it cling on sometimes? Yeah. But in reality, he's already learning to be quite a forgiving horse, and I can't fault him so far. So I am really excited to see how he gets on at Summerford on Saturday. I'll put the GoPro on and I'll try and get Paige to take some videos so I can at least do a little update for you. But overall, very happy, and I really hope that you can see that he's blossoming into a very, very lovely little horse. Little is actually bigger than Chalky, so I feel like I'm a better size on him than I am on Chalky, but I haven't actually seen any videos of me riding Chalky since I lost some weight, so maybe I'll change my mind on that. But yeah, I'm really happy with him, and I feel like it was a blessing in disguise that the market was crap and he didn't sell, because he's still here, and I'm learning to, not learning to love him, but I'm learning to ride him and learning how he needs to be ridden. It's just very hard adjusting from him to Chalky, but that is just something that I'm going to have to learn along the way, and learn to not cling on as much and trust him. I know he's a baby and he's green, but you've still got to trust him, and that was something I didn't have today when it came to the jumping. I trust him on the flat, don't bite. I trust him on the flat, but it's something I'm going to have to learn to do, jumping. But given it was the first time we've jumped, I'm very happy. I'm going to stop waffling because this has gone from a quick, I'm just going to update you how the ride went, to absolutely chatting rubbish. Chalky is in there somewhere, he's hiding, he's eating his hay. So I'm just going to get his rug changed and get him in the trailer and off to the gallops we go for some fast work, because our first event of the season is quickly approaching. We have actually got, I mean us as a family, I've got a holiday in the middle of now and eventing, so I need to find a way to keep him fit while I'm not here, and hopefully find someone to do that. But yeah, mid-April we are heading to our first event, which is Kelsall, so I really need to up my game with the fitness work and get to some show jumping lessons, because that's Chalky's downfall. But I have got a really exciting lesson book with Chalky, which is going up to Field Farm for a lesson with Simon Greaves, so I'm hoping he can kick my ass and get me where I need to be. But do stay tuned. If you don't follow us on Instagram, please do that. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe, because there's going to be a good year. I've got lots to come, and hopefully over the course of the year we'll see how much Buddy matures and how much he develops, and you never know, he might turn into that little event horse that I would dream of him being. But if not, I am happy for him to just do whatever he's happy doing, because I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to part with him. But thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for some exciting content coming in the next few weeks. Bye guys.